What's going on, YouTube? I've been meaning to do this video for a few days, and life got in the way, and then I was really concentrating on the Packers all this last week. It's something when I dive into the playoffs, I dive in pretty hard, so unfortunately lost. So I'm in like the most down mood you could be because, you know, I wasn't just happy to be there, I wanted to win. And to have a lead and blow it, it hurts. It hurts. But very proud of my team regardless. Anyways, YouTube Sports Hall of Fame, Sports Card Hall of Fame votes, voting on the channels that I think that should be in the Hall of Fame. Well, I went from 8, only voting for 8 last year, and I'm like, no. So actually, one of the people I voted for made it in, which was refreshing because it was an old school football guy. We don't have as much representation in that. We don't have a whole lot of old school left in it. And I don't even know what is considered old school, but whatever. Opinions. And I have them all. I have all the opinions. So, got my list ready. Number 1, this is, and people say it's no particular order, it's just the way I wrote them down. Bears 9 McMahon. And you can guess who he collects. So, quality channel. It's a Bears channel. See, Packer fans and Bear fans can get along. We might just jab each other in the ribs a few times here and there. But love his stuff. Love the passion. And I'll say this every time early on. Even it was a running thing where he would get the worst packaging. Someone sending him like a bubble mailer with no top or penny sleeve. It was just any way you could think of someone sending him the cards that he bought in a terrible way. He got it, and that makes me laugh every single time. If you guys like know, and here's me random like going whatever. If you know early on in YouTube, the Winnebago guy, how I can just turn that on after having a shitty day, having that like a little 7-minute video, and him making me laugh. That's what I can go back on the Bears 9 McMahon channel, and it's like you know, Tommy Golf is in a YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame, and if you don't know Shingling My Dingaling video, go back and find that video. I don't think I laughed. I must have watched that video at least 50 times. So there's some videos I go back to just because of what happened. Now, if you Tommy Golf's video, when that shinger goes flying, all you hear is cans going everywhere. I don't know. I died. Literally, I don't think I laughed that hard in my life. But anyways, moving on. Number 2 on my list. And I've known him since we've been breaking together. When I first joined YouTube. So I'm guessing we've been starting YouTube right around the same time. So maybe 12 or 13 years now. I think I started around 2010 or 20... I think it was 2010 or 2011. So I've been doing it like 12 or 13 years. I don't even know anymore. But Purple GT22, Atlanta Falcons. We would have at the time, the Falcons were big. The Packers were big, you know, playing well. And that NFC Championship, or NFC Divisional round, I think I razzed him on for the longest time. But it was in good fun. But one of the people that I want to meet the most, and it just never happened yet. But our little niche of a group back then, he was a big part of it. And we're like some of the lasting people of that group. Tommy Golf was in it also. A friend of mine named Julian Gaston was in it. He doesn't make videos anymore. Otherwise, he'd be on this list. T-Bly, I can't remember the numbers in his, but Tim was another part of that group. I'm just going down memory lane. There's a lot of people that have come and gone. Just some great people. So Purple GT22, get them in. They're nothing nothing bad about that channel at all. You can't find anything wrong with it. Next is surprising. Very surprising, especially for this YouTube Hall of Fame, Sports Card Hall of Fame. Vintage Baseball. Hank Greenberg, Johnny Bench Collector, Jericho 941, IMI, my sports card father. I love this man. I've met him numerous times, talked to him numerous times, and he makes me smile every time I see him. I didn't get to spend as much time with him at the last National as I would have, but I gave him a super huge bear hug when I did. Incredible human being. Hands down, if you love vintage sports card, and I said it last year, he has more Johnny Bench 101s in his collection than I have Bart Starr, period, in my collection. In anything, all added up. That's a collection. I can't even touch it with a 10-foot pole. It is amazing. Stop gushing. Probably one of my newer channels, and he's been around for a little bit already. Because I'm Carlos. And I got into his channel because of Brett Favre stuff, but he also Mike Badano, super collector. I use the word super collecting very loosely a lot of times because I didn't think I was a super collector for a long, long time. I still kind of don't think I am, but it's just being modest, I guess. I guess I would be. But his channel, he's got podcasts, so there's lots of content. I love his humor. I love his knowledge. The way he presents it to me, I understand it. Even to not most articulate person in the world as myself, he makes a person like me understand it, and I recognize that, and I love his channel. I would love to meet him too. I have not met him. Next one is one of my card brothers on this list. This film not yet rated. There hasn't been a week in the last 12 years, maybe more, that I don't text him about something or other. It's just the way it is. I love his channel because it's Packer related. He was last known as like the Clay Matthews Super Collector. He still has a ton of it, but his focus has changed of late. He makes a video once in a blue moon, but when that video hits, I am on it like white on rice in a paper plate in a snowstorm, because what he is doing is so super quality stuff, meaningful stuff. Especially if you're a Packer collector, you kind of understand these legendary cards that he's picking up, and it's just like he's got a plan and he follows through. Nice, super nice human being. I'll say that a lot. Number 6 on my list, Steve, the Broncos 79. It's like these are all people that have been on here 10 plus years. Oh, not all of them. But here's another one that is, his collection of Terrell Davis. Oh my God! I mean, I don't get to go on the Insert Revolution podcast because he's a host of as much, because I have things going on when I have Tuesday, I have card night. So I'm usually, for the most part of the winter and the spring, I am playing cards, and sometimes I'm doing more than that. Even in the fall, I sub for a different set of cards. They have 2 different seasons. But anyways, so I don't get to go on there as much, but when I am on there, he's got the knowledge. Steve got the knowledge. And I finally got to meet him this last National. What an honor. So, the Broncos 79, Steve. Number 7 it is a gosh darn tragedy. And I don't even care if he doesn't, and I've heard people say this, he doesn't want to get in. I haven't texted him and asked him if he wanted to be here or not. Too bad. I'm voting for you. I mean, I will text him eventually and say, hey, I'm voting for you, and that's what it is. But Amish Dave Archer, criminally He's like one of the forefathers of the YouTube sports card community. And why he's not in, I have no clue. I don't know. The guy's an encyclopedia of sports card knowledge. He is my phone a friend when I need some insert or anything card related, and I need to know something right now without trying to find it on the internet. He is my internet. And the knowledge that he has, that he keeps up here, and I finally got to meet him this year with Steve, the Bronco 79, but Amish, Dave Archer, Dave, one of the people in the community that if you don't know who Dave is, you're really not a part of this community. I really don't think so. He's been around too long and everyone knows him. So, anyways, moving on. Next is Paul P. Daz. Holy man, and this is a new on my list because he's been making content lately, and I says, well, it's one of the old schoolers has helped me out personally with my collection, especially this last national. Love talking with him. He is super hyper focused. He's a dealer now. It's so weird seeing all the people that there were collectors along, and now the deal and collect. Oh my goodness, but I love him. His stuff is always entertaining. Paul's got to get in. Then one person I met a couple years ago, and I didn't get to talk to him at all last national. I was very upset that I didn't, and I just don't think our paths crossed. Mike Canadian Cards from Canada, obviously. I just loved his personality, the way he presents. Just a good old Canadian attitude, because I'm almost in Canada. I have that connection. I'm probably a good long ways from Canada, probably a good 6 hours away from Canada, but we're treated a lot like Canada here in the UP of Michigan. So Mike Canadian Cards, along with PDAS, are two new ones. I saved for the bottom ones, are the ones that I haven't said before, but now I'm getting them in because for numerous reasons. And I will, Mike Canadian Cards, get them in. Last on my list, number 10, and this is the reason why I didn't vote for him before, is because he stopped making content for a while, and all of a sudden he's back. It was Dominus Infinitus, Ryan, but now it's Sasquatch Collectors Emporium. Amazing. Used to be Colts, Luck and Peyton Manning. And now he's dabbling in the dealership kind of stuff too, and selling. But I love his content, and I missed him at the last national. He roamed. I think maybe it was 2 years ago that he showed up, and I didn't get to see him. But yes, Dominus Infinitus, which is Sasquatch Collectors Emporium, that is a legend. When he was Dominus Infinitus, when he was making content back when we started, it was one of those where you got the notification and you turned it on instantly. That's what my list is for me. You get that notification for any one of those people on that list, and you're like, all right, going home, I got things to watch. That's what it was. And over the years, I've had a few people that I voted for already in. So this is kind of like another extension of that. So, real quick, Bears 9 McMahon, Purple GT 22, Jericho 941I MI, Because I'm Carlos, This Film Not Yet Rated, The Bronco 79, Amish Dave Archer, PDAS, Canadian Cards, and Sasquatch Collectors Emporium. Get them in. Old school. Thanks, guys, for watching. See ya.